everybody, and welcome to San Juan Capistrano. We have a championship match here, girls under 12, featuring the Slammers and the Infinity. I'm Ken Gonzalez, alongside my partner, Justin Cisco. How you doing, Justin?
I'm doing just splendid, Ken. I am excited to be out here amongst the archery setups. Maybe Robin Hood will come in here at halftime and give us a show. In the meantime, this show will be put on by the Slammers and the Infinity.
Slammers with the red tops, Infinity with the blue stripes. George Langevin Productions bringing you another game of the week. And this girls under 12 championship game is right in front of us, set to go. The referee streaking into the middle of the field. He looked really happy coming off there after the introduction.
He certainly did. And watch out, he's doing a flyby.
A nice clip there.
Man, he is moving.
We'll get you the rosters for these squads. For the Slammers, number 2 is Lauren Fields. She's a forward. Number 3, Taylor Nelson. She also plays forward and outside midfielder. Number 4 is Scarlett Fallon. She's a sweeper. Number 5, Paige Larkin, is a right outside midfielder. Number 6, Ashley Cotero is a stopper. She also plays forward, though, so she's all over the field. Number 7, Jordan Dillian, is a center midfielder. Number 8, JoJo Lee, is also a center midfielder. Number 9, Savannah Clark, is a right outside midfielder. Number 10, Taylor Broderick, is a defender. The goalkeeper today is number 11, Lindsay Luke. Number 12, Allie Elliott, is a stopper. Number 13, Rachel Larson, is a right defender. Number 14, Kaylee Feinstein, is an outside midfielder. I don't know how you can be outside and midfield at the same time, but
it's all about talent.
Try.
All about talent.
Number 15, Renee Mendiola, left midfielder. She also plays forward. Number 16, Bria Russ, is a forward. And number 18, Bree Nicholson, is a forward, also midfielder. The team administrator, Tina Fields, the head coach. As you see, Infinity trying to control the ball. Head coach George Larson, and the assistant coach is David Nelson. So there you have the Slammers Football Club, girls under 12, out of the Silver Elite South.
Excellent. And you asked how somebody's an outside midfielder. A lot of people always wondered why no matter what sport you played, you were left out. So
That's a joke.
That is a joke, and follow along. It's called reading, left to right, top to bottom.
So let's see what happens here as the Slammers control the ball as they move into the near side and across midfield. Infinity do a good job there of stepping into the lanes and taking the ball away, Justin.
Well, that's probably why they're in the championship game. They just do it a little cleaner and better than the other ladies.
Streaking downfield, number 18, Bree Nicholson. Gets some help by number 16, Bria Russ.
Right off the bat, what I can see here is this is a very fast Slammers team. You have Allie Elliott, who has definitely pushed the tempo, as well as Bria Russ. Those two have gotten up and down the field in a hurry, and if Infinity wants to keep this thing close, they better find a way to contain those two speedsters.
Moving into the middle of the field, that's number 3, Taylor Nelson, with a center pass. There's a shot on goal, high into the air, off the hands of the keeper, and finds its way all the way home into the goal. And the Slammers have jumped out on top 1-0.
And like I said, as I sat there and looked into my crystal ball, Ken Gonzalez, is Bria Russ needed to be contained. And who just scored that goal? Bria Russ.
Was it Bria Russ? I believe it was.
I don't know, Ken. It's too easy for me sometimes. It's too easy.
So just like that, a mere 3 minutes into this match, the Slammers score first.
A little play on words. They slammed it home.
They sure did. Keeper for the Infinity, Paige Burnett, went up as high as she could go, just couldn't get her hands to stick on that ball.
She was reaching up to pick an apple off the apple tree. Just couldn't quite get there.
The ball found its way home, right into the goal. Got to change it up my call there.
It was that was a new one. That was a new one. What'd you think about it?
I liked it. The ball didn't actually reach the back of the net, so...
no, you couldn't say that.
Couldn't really say that.
It's kind of got to be tough. You get your hands on it, the ball's rolling, it doesn't even hit the back of the net. You turn around, you catch the ball, and it's still a goal.
Referee right in the middle of the action there. He seems to be on top of things here.
Or in the way.
Let him play, let him play.
Exactly. Now we've done quite a bit of girls soccer
We have.
lately, and as the girls progress in age, the physicality of these games also increases. They have they're not shy about bodying up and letting each other know that they're on the field and they're playing some soccer.
This is girls under 12. We've done girls under 15, girls under 18 in the last week.
Yes, we have. All very exciting, all extremely competitive.
Girls under 15 game went all the way to penalty kicks.
That was
Very exciting match.
0-0 for an hour and a half worth of soccer, and then some. And then it came down to penalty kicks.
Number 8 coming across, JoJo Lee for the Slammers. Infinity trying to penetrate that defense themselves. We'll get you the rosters for the Infinity Blue team out of the Coast Soccer League. And the gold, their gold team. Number 1 is Gabby Zamaripa. She's a defender. Number 2, Paige Burnett. She's the keeper. Number 3, Ebony Buenrostro. She's a defender. Number 5 is Catherine McLaughlin. She's a forward. Number 6, Daisy Cabrera is a stopper. Number 7, Cassidy House is a sweeper. Number 8, Mandy Petras is a defender. Number 10, Kimberly Albano is a right midfielder. Number 11, Alma Lopez is a forward. Number 13, Jasmine Martinez, center midfielder. Number 15, Allison Park, also a center midfielder. And number 23 is Chanel Simeon.
Correct.
There's the roster for the Infinity. Team administrator Carlos Buenrostro, head coach Raul Albano. The assistant coaches are Greg Bunton and Michael Petras. And there you have it.
That is it. Everybody's accounted for. Everyone has a jersey or a coach's hat. Now let's play some soccer, Ken.
Around the world in 80 days, and I get you those lineups in about 80 seconds. There you go.
That's all it took. The 82nd man, as they call him back home.
I'd like to try this archery one of these days. We've been out here so many times, and it looks kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, as long as I'm the one shooting the arrows, I think that it could be entertaining. You kind of worry that if you're walking some stray arrows, it doesn't seem like the most accurate of sports.
Well, you don't want to walk behind the targets.
That's correct.
Stay
That's correct.
on the other side.
But you never know. Someone turns to talk to you. You're all cocked back with the arrow. You turn, you let it rip. Who knows where that thing's going?
And it's Infinity now trying to push the issue and control tempo as they bring it upfield. But the Slammers get back on defense. Clear the ball up towards midfield. And be able to roll this way, racing to the ball here on the near side for the Infinity. One of their players.
Going with a pigtail look, the long pigtail, the extended pigtail. Not often utilized, but very effective. Very, very effective.
Well, I think that it's always good to see that when we're watching the girls play. When we watch the guys, it's not so good.
It's a bit confusing, but we do know soccer players have a different sense of style.
They're very cutting edge.
Oh, they are cutting edge. The edge
When
is
you
so...
played soccer, you were cutting edge, weren't you?
I was the edge, my man. I was the
Were
edge.
you a right midfielder?
I was a right outside stopper.
Really? I didn't know such a position existed.
Well, when you're as skilled as myself, Ken, they have to invent positions to fit your freak-like athletic ability.
The free kick here for the Slammers. Number 7, Jordan Dillion. Jordan's kick high into the air towards the net. Keeper coming out, and this time for the Infinity, Paige Burnett is up to the challenge as she wraps that ball within her arms and clears it away. Good job.
She had a little competition for that ball as Allie Elliott came kicking her way up to the goal box.
Thing is, if Elliott would have knocked that ball into the net, I'm not sure it would have counted. She might have been in a little bit too deep there.
Very true, Ken. Very perceptive as always.
I like to call it as I see it.
Which is usually blurry and
Ball
colorless.
across the back line.
Did you wear your glasses today? It does not appear. Do you have contacts in?
No.
Well, folks, we could be in for a very long day. He
I
does
got an
know.
umpire game later on, and I
Exactly.
had to wear my
Yeah.
eyeglasses.
The old wives' tale comes true.
What is that?
That an umpire can't really see.
Who knows a wives' tale?
Well, now it's just a fact.
Goal kick by the Slammers up towards midfield. I like the uniforms for each of these clubs here. It's very colorful. Not like the blinding lime of those SoCal blues.
No,
We've
no.
had enough of them.
We have seen a lot of them, or not seen a lot of them, as I have to squint through most of the game. But no, these are classy unis right here. These are
Both sides.
I dig the red and black. That's
Number 3 there for the Infinity, Ebony Buenrostro. And she's going to get the long pass. Nice job here on the near side. Oh, I'm sure she saved that from going out. The flight came up rather quickly there. Young man here on the side.
He did. The judge over there had a very good look at it, but he looked like he might have jumped the gun a little bit.
Doing the best he can.
Is he, though?
Yeah, he's a young kid, you know. He's
Doesn't
learning the
know. He doesn't
ropes.
know any better.
Stepping right in front, number 23, Chanel Simeon for the Infinity. Comes all the way across field. Passes it into the corner. Infinity, now that's got to be a foul right there. And the referee says, play on. It was a
Play
hook
on.
and a grab.
And a hip toss. Don't forget the hip toss.
Think we should have had a whistle there, Justin?
Absolutely. That was a whistle-friendly play right there.
I mean, that's just equivalent in basketball of, you know, what they would call an intentional foul on a breakaway or something like that. Don't you get 2 shots there?
Yeah, you'd be put on the line. You'd be shooting free throws. In this case, you just keep playing. Questionable. That's
A break for the Infinity, but they do get the ball back. Free kick, very strong towards the net and going to be just wide. But moving over is the keeper, Lindsay Luke.
I will say that Chanel Simeon offers quite a bit of speed for this Infinity squad. She might be able to match Allie Elliott and Bria Russ here, as we see Bria chasing the ball down. She is so fast.
Ball still in play, and goes out, hits the side of that Suburban there. Good thing this wasn't a baseball.
Yeah. Well, that Suburban, I mean, that's why you buy such a big and strong vehicle, is for events like this where things are going to be ricocheting off of it. Isn't that correct, Ken?
You might.
Certainly not for a style purpose or just to look good. It's
Or the gas
utilitarian.
mileage.
No, it's utilitarian.
Nice job here at midfield. Slammers want to add to that 1-0 lead. They scored really early on, 3 minutes into this half. Bria Russ, their strong forward, drove it home. Slammers now with some substitutions. Coming into the game, number 9 and number 6. That's Ashley Catero, number 6, and number 9 is Savannah Clark. Cameraman on top of things, getting all of the substitutions as they arrive onto the field.
That is why he is the best in the business.
Got a photographer over there on that far side. Maybe he's an action shooter. You always have to assume it's an action shooter.
The action shooters are like a virus. They're just everywhere. You can't always see them. You just know they're there.
And now it's the Infinity trying to make a move as they're just physically outplaying the Slammers right now, trying to bring it up field. Not that the Slammers aren't up to the challenge. I'm just saying that the Infinity are starting to get a little more aggressive, I think. Right
Certainly sounded like you were saying they weren't up to the challenge, Ken, but if you're going to backtrack like some of your other previous statements, that's fine.
High into the air, 1 header, 2 headers. Number 23, Chanel Simeon, or I think we're going to call that name quite a bit here today, Justin. Chanel is all over the
She is a speedster. As you can see, she's a
and
young
she's very
lady.
serious. You can see the look on her face. She
just-
may be running the offense here. You know, obviously we have to watch this team more. We don't know. Never seen them play, but you get a feel for who's out there, who's the general. And Chanel really looks involved at this point.
Oh, yeah. She is definitely, she like to call her the general.
Taylor Nelson, were you the general out there on the basketball court, Justin?
I was general-like.
General-like?
Yes.
Meaning
that we had a good solid squad, so I didn't have to generalize too much.
Infinity tried to center that pass, but taken away by the Slammers. And we've played about 12 minutes here or so, maybe 13 of this half. 30-minute halves here. And that ball goes out, being chased down by Lindsay Luke for the Slammers.
I like to call her L2.
L2.
And she chases the ball down, runs all the way into the parking lot, and heads off into soccer space. As we see, the Slammers are going to have a goal kick here. So young Simeon looking on. This is heading out towards midfield. Nice fancy footwork, but taken away. And it appears in number 15, Allison Park. Going to push it up. Ball towards the goal, but just wide. And Lindsay Luke, L2.
Infinity starting to put some pressure now on this defense, I believe.
Do you believe that?
I do. Is that not what you see going on here? Nice little slide stop. Number 3, Ebony Buenrostro. Ball at midfield belongs to the Slammers. And that's number 8, JoJo Lee.
Let's go, JoJo.
I like the hairdo there. Very nice.
Very colorful, very trendy.
And the ball will go off. Looks like off Infinity. And I think the ball belonged to the Slammers here on the near side, and they gained about 25 yards off that play.
This gives you a chance to look at some of the fans, spectators, friends, and family that have come out here today, and then you can also see the
Coach there is a little upset.
he is a very calm individual who does not ever get excited. And
I think he's yelling some instructions out to his squad, saying that they need to be a little more. Looks like they need to get to the ball quicker, maybe step in front of some of those defenders so that they don't get in the way. But I don't read lips. And
no, that was very Joe Theismann-esque.
Joe Theismann like to do that from up in the booth. He
Likes to. I'll tell you what this player's thinking right now. I'll tell you what Simeon's thinking right now. She's thinking, I need to get a goal going.
Right now, Infinity trying to bring it up across midfield. The ball rolls and rolls and rolls here. Taken by number 23. There she is, Chanel Simeon. Now she's angling towards the net. She might take it herself. Gets away from a couple of defenders. Takes the left-footed kick. And it goes right into the hands of Lindsay Luke. And Chanel Simeon is determined here.
She's dynamite. She's explosive, man. She gets down and up and down that field in a blur.
Well, I think what happened with her, she got downfield so quickly that she didn't have any help down there.
I don't know many girls except probably Bria Russ who can run with her. And unfortunately, Bria Russ does not play on her team.
Number 5 into the game now for the Slammers, Paige Larkin.
She's going after the Infinity coaching staff.
Ebony Buenrostro to put the ball into play. Coming out of the game, number 5 for the Infinity, Catherine McLaughlin. The referee wants substitutions. If you're going to do it now, I think is what he's saying. Or actually, he's saying let's put the ball into play.
Your lip reading has been phenomenal today. It has been really something to behold.
Ball right down the middle, number 8. That's JoJo Lee. Now it looks like the Slammers are slowing things down. They tried to pass it upfield, but getting a leg on it there was Infinity. And the ball is out. Bria Russ.
It was almost a touchdown. You get Bria Russ in the open field, I think it's pretty much curtains for whoever's against her in the goal.
Simeon going against 2 defenders. And the ball is out. Belongs to the... Actually, it was a penalty, I think, before it went out.
Yeah, Simeon was getting rough and stuff. A little pushing, a little shoving, a little hair grabbing, a little biting.
Extracurricular activity going on there. And Buenrostro pretty much owns this near sideline up and down for the Infinity. She's quick.
She is. She probably really appreciates your correct and very proper pronunciation of her last name.
Want to give that a whirl there? You spent time in Spain, didn't you, and Europe?
I did. I certainly did. And language-wise, I didn't really strengthen myself. But
No.
culturally, I am so much greater now.
So you don't want to give it a try then, I guess.
I will in the second half after I have worked my tongue into a lather.
Simeon steps right in front, and the header was perfectly placed up to her teammate. It was just a little bit too strong. Now the ball rolls over to the far side. There's a shot on goal, and that's going to be just a bit wide, but coming out was Luke anyway to make the stop, and Lindsay Luke moves the ball.
Momentum is definitely, I wouldn't say shifted, but the Slammers haven't really done anything since that quick goal 3 minutes into the ball game. They barely have had the ball in their end, and it's been all Simeon and this blue and white Infinity squad.
Luke again with a stop. Well, they've been very conscious on defense here. They've had to be strong, as Infinity has come right at them with everything but the kitchen sink.
I actually did see a kitchen sink out there in the middle of the field.
And it's been the Simeon show.
It was a Kohler kitchen sink. And there she is, Bria Russ, man.
Look at that. From behind. She really gets there.
She's got like a jetpack on her. I think somebody hit the nitros and she was...
I think that's number 1, Gabby Zamaripa for the Infinity.
I think it'd be great to be that fast. If just for one moment in time.
You're a pretty fast little guy there.
Yeah, but still, Bria can run.
Ball is out here on the near side. Now, I know you can move. I saw you get down a flight of stairs so fast and make your head spin when you saw that little spider on the door. Woo! You turned it and hightailed it.
Well,
faster than anything.
I don't do...
You don't do spiders.
I don't do spiders.
Nah.
They're a frightening, frightening creature.
I have too many legs, I think. Ball at midfield. Infinity bringing up and across. They like you, though, the spiders.
They're always
feasting
around.
on you.
Always around. I don't know what it is about me. I think I just give off a good spider aura.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of like friend of the spiders. Spider-Man. There you go.
It was going that direction, wasn't it?
It was, and it finally made its way. Ball out here on the near side, and it will belong to the Slammers. Slammers doing a good job here in this first half. Just about 7 minutes to go.
Appear to be having a little trouble getting organized here, figuring out exactly how they want to attack this Infinity defense, which has been from midfield on a bear.
When Rostro gets the ball back into the field of play, and she'll do it all over again. Kind of bogged down here on the near side now. Not much happening.
It's like that old beautiful LA traffic during 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Pretty much any time.
Pretty much any time is correct. I had quite an enjoyable experience living there for a while.
You spent most of your time in traffic.
I did. In fact, I never actually moved into a place. I just slept in my car until the traffic kept moving, and then I drove back to San Diego.
Ball is loose on the ground. Bria Rush.
Go, Bria.
She's just going to get right in front. And really all you can do as a defense is get back. That's number 7. Cassidy House for Infinity.
As a defense, all you can do is you turn and you run.
Get back. Play a little zone defense, maybe?
Yeah. That's going to have to be a tight zone. And as long as everyone's keeping their assignments and you don't let somebody get deeper than you, it's an effective strategy. Sometimes you have a tendency to play zone, get a little lazy, or kind of not be as aggressive as you are in a kind of a man-to-man type of a defense, and you do let that person slide behind you.
Slammers, number 14. Kaylee Feinstein gets the ball into play. And now moving into the middle of the field, launching it. Jordan Dillian, number 7. Slammers still controlling the ball. Infinity playing a little catch-up. Now it's the first time we've been down on this end of the field in about 20 minutes or so.
Slammers are appearing to be a team that goes in spurts. And let's hope for the Infinity's sake that those spurts always don't result in goals. They can find themselves down 2-0 in a very
big game such as this. It's be hard to come back from. But plenty of time to go. They're only down by 1. 1-0. Like that word, nil.
Nil, and this is the time to use it, Ken.
Coming across, number 12 for the Slammers, Allie Elliott. She was in the right place at the right time.
As she often is, according to her fellow teammates.
Ball shot up across midfield.
Uh-oh.
Infinity, they need to get back on defense. Nice job by number 3. Again, Ebony Buenrostro getting the ball away from Bria Rust, number 16. Kind of like Dave and Goliath there. And Buenrostro able to do that little slide.
Pseudo slide.
Pseudo slide. That's what we decided it was called, I think.
I think that's a good name for it. It's got to be tough. I hate that feeling when you're running as fast as you can, and then all of a sudden somebody who can really run is next to you, and you feel like you're just standing there as they blow past you. It's not a good feeling, Ken.
Never usually is. But I wasn't very fast, so I never was really in that position. So.
True.
Never a speedster.
With your body type, I would have thought you were built for speed.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Not really, but, you know, I was trying to be nice, Ken, and you drove...
Paige Burnett, goalkeeper. Ball for the Infinity. Ball goes out over on the far side and belongs, let's see. People on the side say it belongs to the Infinity, but the men with the funny jerseys say it goes to the Slammers.
Well, the funny jerseys always win. I think that's part of it. It's why you sign up for that funny jersey.
Misfire there, but she'll recover. Infinity trying to get up across midfield, just can't. Number 12 fires the ball towards the net. Allie Elliott. Oh, the ball gets away from the keeper. She better get back. Good job for getting back there because Bria Russ was just out of position, didn't have the angle for that shot. It goes out.
She looked like she rushed it. She was so excited to have a view of an open net. She was going for it. She really didn't have an angle.
If she would have slowed the ball down and then moved into the middle,
I think that at least could have set somebody up coming across the other side of the field. But you know how it goes. You get so excited when you have an opportunity like that. It's hard to control yourself. It happens a lot of the time when I see pizza. I just buckle. I just get a lot of white noise in my ears. I kind of black out, and next thing I know, about 12 to 13 pieces are gone.
problem.
It's scary.
A lot of dairy. Ball goes across midfield. Infinity.
I think Derry gets a bad rap. Derry is my friend.
Number 1 trying to chase that ball down. That was Gabby Zamaripa, but ball went out of bounds before she'd get there. Belonged to the Slammers, and just like that, the Slammers lose it out of bounds. And so I would suspect that Ebony Buenrostro will put the ball in the play here on the near side, and she does. I don't think she's had a break yet today.
I don't know if you can take her off the field. She's crucial for this Infinity squad.
Going all the way here. We've got under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Slammers with a 1-0 lead. A little push in the back there. Gets away with no. Referee did see that one.
See, it's the pigtails. They're just a little too noticeable out there.
It's funny how those get called, but the ones on the other side where you're thrown to the ground
Oh, no call.
go by the wayside.
I always would wear a trench coat and a ski mask out here. No one knew who I was.
And that ball goes out, belongs to Infinity. Heads up play there by Chanel Simeon there.
Well, aside from having
touched last by the Slammers.
aside from having great athletic ability, she's a smart player as well. That's a dangerous combo as this ball gets kicked over to next county.
Ball is out and will belong to the Slammers. As the referee comes over to the side, looks like he's doing a little stand-up comedy or something there to the crowd.
He's working the crowd.
He's working the crowd, I think.
Anytime you have your hand like that, kind of just loosely kind of whipping back and forth.
Smile.
You're a crowd worker.
He is working
He is. He's out there. He's got the shirt on. He's got the smile going. It's like a 2-drink minimum out there. Hoo-ha! Hey, everybody having a good time. I'm your ref. I'll be here all week. Thank you.
And the ball back into play here. Infinity would like to get a shot here before the end of the half and try to tie this game up. Ooh, there's a collision on the other side. Play resumes. And now it's Infinity playing catch up, and there she is. Number 15, Renee Mendiola for the Slammers. Tries to get the ball up towards the net, and in the side of the net, running out of room. Bria Russ, number 16. That was the idea, to get it into the control of Bria. And now a gold kick for the Infinity.
Bria will get you back on your heels in a hurry. She is some kind of fast. We're going to call her Cheetah.
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 Fast like a cheetah. Infinity with the ball as it moves over to the far side. Now right at midfield. And up it goes. And will find its way out of bounds. And the Slammers will have the ball. Cheetah, is that the fastest animal on the planet?
It actually is.
Would that be a cougar?
No. It's definitely a cheetah. A cheetah can run up to 65 miles an hour. Now, I did have somebody tell me
Horses.
that a horse could run 65 miles an hour, which we know is incorrect.
I'm not sure we know that that's incorrect.
We know that's incorrect.
Do we?
Any logical human being knows that that's incorrect, and I'm sure most of these fans would scoff at the idea of a horse running 65 miles an hour.
I think for about an eighth of a mile, it could really hit that clip. Ball in the middle of the field. Infinity now moving in deep towards the net. Somebody's got to come out, and Luke finally comes and grabs the ball because Infinity's very sneaky there.
Very much so.
Managed to get in deep, past the defense, and
even if a horse were to be able to run 65 miles an hour.
Still on that, aren't you?
Downhill, bareback with nobody riding it, I'd say maybe get up to 65. With a 130-pound jockey, a 45-pound saddle, 65 is not happening.
Strongest animal in the world.
Not the fastest, mind you.
There's the whistle, and that'll bring an end to a very fast-paced first half. It was the Slammers coming out. And within the first 3 minutes, they had themselves a score off the leg of Bria Russ, just off the hands of the keeper, Paige Burnett. But the Infinity buckled down on defense, didn't allow anything else the rest of the way. So it should be an exciting second half, Justin.
I hear you, Ken. I'm going to go grab my bow and arrow. It's time to practice some archery.
All right, we'll see you in a few. Action starting here in the second half. I'm Ken Gonzalez along with
Justin Cisco.
For George Langevin Productions. This is a Grills Under 12 Championship. Over on the far side. And goes out. We've switched sides, so the Slammers moving from left to right. Infinity now guarding this net here. 1-0 is the score here as we start this second half. We've got about 30 minutes to play, and we'll see if we can get some more goals scored here, Justin.
And the Infinity goalkeeper is very orange. Looking like one of the young ladies who would fake tan on the beaches of San Diego.
Orange. She was wearing an orange jersey there in the first half. Don't know if you realized that.
Ken, I don't catch very much. I'm not
No,
going to
you
lie to you. A lot of this stuff goes over my head, and when I do see it, I will mention it because I have a stream of consciousness.
There's Ebony Buenrostro. She will take this goal kick. I like the orange shoes on the keeper. Paige Burnett. Ball comes up towards midfield. Slammers keeping it here on the right side. They still want to attack.
Slammers have done a nice job of kind of curtailing the effort by Infinity, who are trying to really push the tempo, get aggressive, and get some kind of score.
For 12 is Slammers. Allie Elliott takes a spill. Referee will call a penalty there. And actually goes against the Slammers.
It appears that way. But after that, there was probably about 10 minutes in that first half where it was all Infinity for a while.
Yes.
And
oh, nice block there. As Buenrostro sent that ball sailing through the air. That had to hurt.
it did not look like it felt good. Like when you wax your eyebrows, I know you have a hard time with that. And that's kind of the pain that it looked like it was going to cause.
Never had that, but I'll take your word for it. Don't know what you do in your spare time, but keep it to yourself. Ball comes into play here on the near side. Number 7 for the Infinity has been really busy today. Jordan Dillion. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Cassidy House. She's been around the action. Got a lot of play there in that first half. And the ball belongs to the Slammers. A goal kick.
A lot of PT for House in that first half. And
Lindsay Luke, the keeper.
as important it is to have your goal scorers and the people who get out there and make all the flashy plays, you need those people that are defensive minded and just gritty and tough and do all the little things.
Ball here at midfield. Mendiola, number 15 there for the Slammers. Just couldn't get there in time, and it's cleared away.
I think that's one of the most underrated things about team sports is the role players and people that sacrifice and can do a little thing like boxing out all the time on this end or making sure that somebody doesn't come across the middle of the field wide open, always cutting it off. Those little things make a team. Like the Yankees have proved, you can't buy yourself a championship with a bunch of stars. You have to have the guys that are willing to sacrifice.
Well, they've won 4 World Series in the last 7 years, but
those were teams that
amateur
they put
sports,
together.
I agree with you. Takes a team effort here.
Right.
Nearly a handball.
Yeah, definitely, and I agree. When the Yankees did have a good farm system and actually brought their own players up and had some young guys that were hungry, they were good. They won 4.
Ball on the ground, number 13 for the Infinity. Gets it back into play. Jasmine Martinez. Martinez with a nice move, very quick move, very Steve Nash-esque right there. Nice little job. She has the ball again. Martinez now looks towards the net, tries a center pass into a lot of traffic. Infinity, can they get a shot on goal? No, and it's cleared away by the Slammers.
Nicely done by the Slammers. So they continue to just hold off this Infinity team that is pushing hard. Infinity just cannot seem to break past this athletic Slammers team.
Ball rolls out over there on that far side, and we should have a goal kick coming up for the Slammers, and we do. They're still hanging on to that 1-0 lead here in the second half. We're just about 5 minutes in, so about 25 minutes to go to hold on to this 1-0 lead. Could be a tall task.
I think so, but I like the chances of the Slammers here to add another goal on the board before this is all said and done.
Mandy Petrus, number 8, gets the ball back into play for the Infinity. Mendiola there, number 15. Loses the ball to Martinez, Jasmine Martinez, number 13. And here Petrus again puts the ball into play, number 8 here on the near side. Infinity now not too shy, pushing the ball up towards the net. They take a shot from about 35 yards.
It's a long shot and a long shot, but you got to keep putting the pressure on the goalie. Maybe you can get her to come out of the goal box and make something happen.
And there are those jerseys again. We just can't seem to escape the Blues.
They're everywhere. They're coming swarms and waves, just highlight yellow all over the place.
Very noticeable.
You can actually
That's
be
the point, right?
spotted by NASA on their last shuttle mission.
Ball comes in. Infinity, number 5, Catherine McLaughlin. And again, as we were for a couple of minutes there in that first half, we're kind of bogged down here again. On the near side, you get a couple of touches and the ball goes out.
I think these girls like FaceTime, Ken. They like being near the camera, being on this side, as do the fans. Nice little touch pass.
Rachel Larson, number 13 for the Slammers. And here they come. They want to get out and run, but I think that ball just a little bit too fast. And number 15, Renee Mendiola, just couldn't run that down. And now into the game, number 9 for the Slammers, Savannah Clark.
She did some nice things.
Clark.
Did some nice things there in that first half. Hopefully she can build on that and maybe work herself into an offensive rhythm.
Ball going back and forth, Infinity. And there's Bria Russ, number 16, trying to get around a couple of defenders, getting very physical over there on that far side.
I think that's what you have to do with Bria. She's just so smooth and so athletic. You have to kind of keep her away from the ball any way you can. If that requires using a little of the muscle, a little of the grit, then you know what? You have to do that.
Ball in the box, goal kick. And there she is again, Ebony Buenrostro. So really each squad, we're going back and forth. Nobody really getting any serious pressure on the net here so far in the second half.
Nope. Hasn't really been anything that's made us curl our toes or pull our hair out.
Some of us still have hair to pull out, but
That is
nice
true.
analogy.
That is true.
You must have had a lot of close games there.
Yeah.
No response.
Well, it's just a bald man sitting next to you, apparently. A man who has a full head of hair. Confused.
Our viewers don't really need to know that, though.
I guess not. I see. You're being funny.
Being funny. Exactly. You should go with it. Roll with it. Now here come the Slammers back the other way, but that ball goes right into the hands of Paige Burnett. Paige doing a really good job back there. Just that one ball got off her hands and into the net. First couple seconds or minutes here of this match. She's been very solid since then. Ball out again, and the Infinity will put it into play. Into the corner.
It's really a nice day out here today.
The wind's starting to pick up there.
Well, a little bit.
So what's your assessment here of the second half? Anybody getting any advantage here, Justin?
I think that the Slammers are doing what they need to do to keep this lead. They applying pressure when needed, playing solid defense when Infinity gets aggressive on offense, and they aren't leaving a lot of holes. They aren't getting over anxious by any means, and they're making it tough on this Infinity squad.
Ball here on the near side. Infinity wants to come in deep towards the net. They're going to take a shot, and it's going to be wide. They might have tried to work it in a little bit deeper, maybe, before they took a shot.
so far they haven't been able to really get much going in terms of the passing department. It's been long, lanky shots that just, they don't really have a shot of going in, but, you know, maybe they figure they can get a ricochet around there, pull the goalie out, somebody can follow up with a big blast to the back of the net.
Right.
Got to keep aggressive.
With the goal kick, let's see if the Infinity can step in front here in the lane and take the ball away. But it's the Slammers who bring it downfield. Mendiola. Or should be a Russ. Off to Renee Mendiola now, number 15, right down the middle of the field. Got some long legs. And now Bria Russ here on the near side, into the corner. She fires the ball, tries the center pass. Taken there by Mendiola, but she's hounded by an Infinity defender, and the ball goes out.
I like Bria Russ's style. She is she's a heady player. Trying to get this team her team to victory in some way. She's done a good job of keeping the ball in their end.
That ball goes well out of bounds. Hauled in by Paige Burnett. Those shoes kind of give off a glow. You notice that there? It's orange.
Yeah, iridescent.
It's kind of like a lightsaber.
Exactly. She's the new Star Wars Burger King action figure.
Very exciting. I think the only kind of shoes you can get in those color are soccer shoes. You can get baseball shoes or football shoes in that color, can you?
No. You can get moonwalking shoes. A little contact for the first time in a while.
Number 8. For the Slammers, wanted to bring that one home, JoJo Lee. A lot of contact now. Renee Mendiola and Ebony Buenrostro battling each other.
There's people coming out of every angle right now, just flying in front of the ball. It doesn't even look like they're around, and all of a sudden they just end up with the ball right now.
Buenrostro will run that one down over on the far sideline. A lot of SUVs there in the parking lot, if you notice.
It's very gas economical here. San Juan Capistrano.
Southern California, the home of the SUV, I think.
Think so.
I've got one.
I wouldn't call it an SUV. I would call it a hybrid.
A hybrid?
It's a little too small to be an SUV. I don't know if it has enough power to be an SUV.
It's a quite powerful car. Number 18 coming in for the Slammers. Bree Nicholson. I think she's getting her first action here.
Let's see if she can make the most of it, do something for her team. That
first action since the beginning of the game, I believe. She was in there. I believe she was hurt. Might have taken one and sat out a little bit, but
could very well be.
Number 7, Jordan Dillion, center midfielder, battling for the ball. Infinity taking it away. And it's out.
And we see some of the fans getting rifled the ball at, and a little ricochet action as it bangs off the head of a child over there.
You know, you watch how fast these balls go out of bounds off of people. You know, as the referee, you've really got to be on top of things there.
It's good we have our very best of the best out there with their nicely striped shirts making the calls.
And when you were playing in your days there, did you have certain referees that, you know, you kind of got to the game and you saw this fella and didn't quite know what you were going to be in for there? Infinity over here as the ball comes rolling into the near side and out.
You could say that. You could say that you have to, there's some refs you just know that it's going to be a long day. And the only person who doesn't know the rules out there may be that person.
Sure. Ball thrown in.
Look at this little tanglement. Bria does not know what the problem is. She was just trying to get around, get to the ball, and
the referee didn't agree.
No, not at all. Is Mandy Petrus. It's nice.
Did a good job there. Getting in front of Bria.
The cheetah.
Yes, the Infinity now. You know, Infinity, they're very quick to the ball, and that spectator there nearly taken out. He stopped that ball. Might need some stitches.
Risking life and limb if you're going to sit on the sidelines of a girls under 12 soccer game, I'll tell you that.
Now we're on the far side. Ebony Bun Rostro just didn't have an angle. It goes out of bounds.
I mean, on a day like this, it's windy. You have your SUV out there. You have to assume that it's got the DVD capability. I mean, why not pop a DVD in? Sit back, relax. You can see your game from outside your windshield. There's nothing wrong. I wouldn't hold anybody at fault.
A little warm inside those cars right now.
Yeah, you turn on the AC.
Ball bouncing around. Infinity finally take control of it. Bring it up to midfield.
Open the windows. You open the
Now back the other way to Slammers. Number 8 for the Slammers, JoJo Lee. JoJo has been very active here in the second half. Bree Nicholson, number 18 there on the far side, and it goes out. Usually when it goes out on that far side, it belongs to the Slammers for some reason.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
A lot of shrubbery over there. The background.
Sure, that's where the archery people hide.
Sherwood Forest.
Exactly.
Ball here on the near side now. Slammers. Nice change of direction 2 times now. Number 9, Savannah Clark.
Savannah Clark. They call it 2 times because she does every move 2 times, you know?
Ball on the ground. Nice header. Bounces again, number 13 for the Slammers. Gives it up to number 7, Jordan Dillian. That was Rachel Larson, number 13.
The one thing I can see with this Slammers team is, and rightfully so, they really depend on Bria the Cheetah's speed. Always looking up the field for her with long passes, but sometimes it seems like it gets away from a little bit, just a little too long for her to handle.
Ball here at midfield. Now across. Now, Cheetah, you have to remind me, is that spots or stripes?
That is spots. Apparently somebody here does not watch the Animal Planet.
I don't have cable.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
I don't know how you sideline.
That's tough.
I'm always working.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. King Gonzalez.
Ball comes down here on the near side. Slammers quickly to the ball. Now they're going to take an angle in towards the net. And Nicholson didn't get the shot she wanted right there.
It's unfortunate. Nicholson and Bria, they did a little crisscross. She would have dropped it with the left foot to Bria. She might have had herself a goal there.
Kind of like a give and go.
Absolutely like a give and go. It was very nicely executed. I think she didn't see Bria come around. I think she thought Bria may have stopped. But then again, I don't know what she's thinking because she's not me and I'm not her.
That's good analysis there. Ball is out on the far side. Quickly the Slammers are playing like they're trailing. Have you noticed that here in the second half? They're very quick to get the ball right back in. It's like they want to add to their lead.
Maybe they're like the kids in the Karate Kid, the bad guys. Or are they?
Don't know.
You don't know? They always wanted to punish their opponents. They didn't just want to beat them.
And what is their name?
I know Billy Zabka played the role of the head bad guy.
Ball over the far side. No, they had a group name.
They do.
Gang
They do have a
name.
group name. I cannot think of it. I blanked.
They weren't the Slammers.
They may have been.
Ball here on the right side. Again, Slammers want to make their move. And it seems like the Infinity now are just maybe a step slower than they were earlier.
This is an athletic team they're facing that's fast. I mean, you get worn out.
Shot towards the net. Nice job of deflection there by the keeper, Paige Burnett. That was a nice move.
Absolutely. That was going to be a goal time, no doubt. That was set up perfectly.
Ball rolls here to the near side and out and belongs to, let's see, and it belongs to the referee. Well, I think it's the Slammers, but the referee coming over here. Tell the coaching staff they need to stay a little bit further upfield.
That'll help everybody out. I'm really impressed with Savannah's footwork.
Yes.
I think one of the coaches may throw the ball in for her. They're
Ball is out again.
Cramping Savannah Clark up.
into the corner. Now it moves out, so we might get some action going here. Slammers putting it into the middle. Nice setup there, but just stepping in front. Defender for Infinity clearing it away. That was a nice job because otherwise it would have been a clear shot to the net.
Again, Savannah Clark setting that one up. We haven't really called much of Chanel Simeon in this second half. We haven't called a lot of Infinity players. They have been stymied.
Well, I think
to
what's
say the
happening
least.
is I think that the Slammers, number one, they've been pretty aggressive offensively, so Infinity hasn't done much, but they're also keeping the ball on this end of the field, and there's Simeon. So they've been keeping it away from the side that she's been kind of hanging out on.
So you're saying maybe this was a tactical game plan?
It might have been there for the Slammers. They realized that Simeon was a serious threat there in that first half.
Most definitely. It was almost Simeon time.
Ball here near midfield when Rostro battling there with Bria Russ. And Bria Russ just, those long legs, you think she could just outrun Ebony Buenrostro, but Ebony is just, she stays right with her.
Oh, we got a takedown.
Referee saying incidental contact, keep playing.
Boy, that looked like a pretty much a push in the back.
And we've played nearly 22 minutes here of the second half, so clock winding down. We're at 10 minutes roughly. And referee coming over, making sure that player for the Infinity is all right. Green Hill, the background there, reminiscent of Ireland.
Oh yes, the rolling hills of your homeland, Ireland, where many of the Gonzaleses have come from.
Ball here on the near side. Simeon has the ball taken away by number 12, Allie Elliott. She's a stopper, and that's what she did right there.
She stopped her.
Ball
This is
rushed across midfield.
we're getting near crunch time now for this Infinity team.
They're going to have to start taking some shots on goal, most definitely.
So we see a couple of these Infinity players are limping around. Look like number 7, Cassidy House, is coming up a little bit lame. We may have.
We've had some collisions out there, so there's that Cassidy there coming across the screen. Coach coming down here near the corner.
He
Don't know if he can come down that far.
Well, we throw him a jersey and maybe he can get out there and do some things. He's got a earful for his.
And now he's being told to go away by the head the referee there. So a corner kick coming up for the Infinity. This is their opportunity to tie the game right here. It's centered. Now it rolls long, rolls over to the near side. Can the Infinity get to the ball in time? They do. And a lot of activity here on the near side. And it's the Slammers who are going to be coming away with the ball, but they lose it out of bounds. Number 18, Bree Nicholson.
Just got going a little too fast, it looked like. Didn't have the capabilities of slowing down and controlling the ball.
Simeon, number 23, right there in the middle of your field. In the middle of your screen on the field there.
Ooh.
Right off the chin, Nicholson.
But she's got a solid chin.
Ball is out here on the near side, and let's see. Does belong to the Slammers.
The more faint-hearted soccer players after a shot like that from the soccer ball would have collapsed. But not Brianna Nicholson. She just kept on plugging. Simeon's really trying to take this thing over right now. But
Well, somebody needs to for the Infinity. They need to get some shots going here. They trail by one.
It's a dangerous Slammers team, though, as she gets chucked off the ball there.
Bria and Buenrostro really getting after it there together. Ball is nearly out on that far side, but saved, or was it? Now we got a whistle. And I guess it was out. Or we're going to have a penalty. No, it was out.
Just a lot of confusion there.
And substitution Slammers. Nicholson Coming in, number 6. Ashley Catero. I think Ashley might be seeing her first action here of the day.
These are big minutes right here. This is when we separate the girls from the young ladies. I will tell you that.
Just about 7 minutes to go here in regulation. 1-0. Or 1-0.
1-0.
Slammers.
It's 1-0 right now. As we head into the final stages late. Even this girls under 12 soccer championship matchup.
Oh, 9 for the Slammers. Savannah Clark just couldn't handle that one. One of her first miscues, I think.
I know, her footwork has been sensational thus far. She gets an easy one on the sideline, and she gets a little bloop, bloop.
Goes out. And there she is, Savannah again. Just can't control it here on the near side. And
I think it's the wind.
Chanel Simeon picks up the ball, gives it off to her teammate, number 8, Mandy Petrus. Ball moves into the middle. Infinity, they'll take a shot. It's going to be wide of the net and out. And a goal kick now for the Slammers. And now the referee saw something he didn't like.
I think the Slammers are fortunate that that shot wasn't aimed a little more to the right side. It had so much action on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if the goalie could have hung with that one. That thing was hooking hard left. Bend it like Beckham. I've heard about it. That guy can get some serious spin.
Really. Ball here up towards midfield. Just below. And now out here on the near side, off the Infinity. So Slammers could cruise now if they play their cards right, keep the ball up on the other side of the field, and just knock some time off. We've got unofficially now about 5 minutes to go. So we'll start watching the referee, listening for that whistle.
Have to remain aggressive here. And like you said, just don't underestimate this Infinity team and get lackadaisical at this point. You've played so hard all game long.
Chanel Simeon again. Now the ball right in the middle of the field. Infinity, they want to move down for it. With it, left to right to left. Towards the net, the ball still rolling. Off an Infinity player, she hits the ground. Now it comes back, now it's still on the ground, and the keeper's going to come over. Lindsay Luke pick up that ball.
Slammers they're doing a good job, but Infinity's whittling their way down the field at the moment.
All it takes is one goal to tie.
That is all it takes. It can happen in a heartbeat, as we have seen.
I think we've seen a goal score with about 1 second left a
Yes,
couple
we
weeks
have.
ago.
Out in was it Dallas?
Very exciting.
I mean, that was as good as it got. That thing,
Yeah, that was a team from Hawaii.
they're basically blowing the game dead as that ball was hitting the back of the net.
Is that how it works in soccer? If that whistle blows, but the ball's still in flight and then hits the back of the net after the whistle.
I'm gonna claim ignorance on this one.
Not sure.
I have no idea.
It doesn't happen all that often.
It's probably one of the rarest things in sports.
Ball here on the near side.
Everything we got.
When Rostro tries to make her move, but it's going to be taken away. Infinity get it back. Now tripped up is Simeon, and we're going to get a whistle. And Infinity will have it.
Simeon was begging for that one.
And she got it.
Well, she did get tripped up.
Jasmine Martinez, number 13. Nice curvature on that one. Bounces once. Right out of the hands of Lindsay Luke.
That's about as good as she could do right there. I mean, perfect arc. Little spin on that, and just nobody home.
We're well under 5 minutes here, and that is the final whistle. I knew it was coming at some point, and the Slammers, who score just about 3 minutes into this match, make it hold up, Justin.
That was all it took. 3 minutes, an explosive entry into this game, and that was all that they needed. After that, it was play defense, put some pressure on, and just wait for that clock to run out.
Well, that'll do it for us here. The Girls Under 12 Championship belongs to the Slammers as they defeat the Infinity by a final score of 1-0. I'm Ken Gonzalez alongside Justin Sisko for George Landry Productions. It was our pleasure to bring you this match here this afternoon. And until we see you again, be safe and have a good day, everybody.
First of all, on behalf of Cal South and the State Cup Committee, we want to first of all thank everybody associated with these two teams just with regards to their patience and their cooperation during this tournament period. I know we had some weekends off because of weather and might have put a crimp in a lot of people's plans, but we appreciate the fact that everybody worked with us and cooperated and had the patience to be here today. Everybody associated with the committee wants to thank everybody involved. We want to congratulate both Infinity Blue and Slammers for making it to the finals of the Girls 12 National Cup Tournament. This is not an easy road to get to and to be able to sit here. You've just basically started out on the National Cup road, and as you go along, you will find out that this is probably the hardest thing you will have to do. To be able to sit here today is a tremendous, tremendous accomplishment for both of these teams, because to get to the final of a Cal South National Cup State Tournament, again, is not easy. And it just shows the tremendous heart and desire of both of these teams to be able to sit here today, no matter if you won or if you lost. So again, congratulations to both of them. Infinity Blue, tremendous tournament. I know that Oscar and everybody associated with the club is really, really proud of you, all right? And I know it's hard, but hey, everybody standing around here knows that there are no losers today. Tremendous, tremendous accomplishment, ladies. Raul. Raul had to run, and I guess he went to the bathroom real quick, so I'm going to go ahead and step in and just say that, we knew it was tough going in, to the finals, and playing against Slammers with their reputation and what they've done and what they're accomplished, this whole tournament and the season. It was a great game. We look forward to this all week, and to come to this, great environment.
I thought it was a great game. I know all my parents thought it was a great game. And, you know, again, like this gentleman said, there's no losers. We all came out winners. It came to the us two teams against how many teams? Okay, and I just want to thank Cal South and also the Slammers organization. You guys played a heck of a game, and you guys deserve a big hand. Can somebody help me with
Alex, get up here. Come on. All right,
Greg.
you back? Greg, okay. Oh, this is too heavy.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
No,
Girls don't get any.
We're going to start in the back. I just want to say, in regards to someone stepping up to a position that they didn't originally want to play, she stepped it up big time, and she did a fantastic job. As goalkeeper, Paige. And next, our sweeper, Cassidy Haas. Stopper, Daisy. On the right, Ebony. And on the left, my favorite player, Mandy. She's my daughter.
Never a hair out of place.
Never. Okay, also helping out in back, Gabby. Let's go with the midfielders. In the center, Jasmine. Allison. Good job, Allison. And on the right half, where's your dad? Kimi Albino. Chanel. We have Alma up on top. And my favorite shot yesterday from Catherine. I think that's about it.
We only got 12 players all season. It goes pretty quick. You guys did a great job throughout the season. You kept your heads up, played tough, got to the final, and that's what counts. So, hey, good job. You got a lot more soccer ahead of you, too.
Good job, Infinity Blue. Oh, Greg? Give me. Got one more. Oh, wait, we need one Okay, we want to present the trophy that's emblematic of the
girls U12 National Cup finalists for 2005 to Infinity Blue. Here you go, girl. Yesterday you had just an outstanding game against the age group state cup champions, and today you managed to become National Cup champions for Cal South, all right, which is the first step that you had to take on the road to Denver. Now you're going to represent Cal South in Denver in June, and all of us associated with Cal South know that this gentleman and everybody associated with your club is going to come home with nothing less than a regional championship. All right. And I know this gentleman, and I know the twins, and I know Fabian will get you guys ready for 6 games in 6 days. All right. So enjoy it. You earned it. But remember, in the back of your minds, you still have one more thing to do. All right? Congratulations, ladies.
First, would like to start off by saying congratulations to you guys. 2 championship games in 3 years. You've already won a state cup. So we just, all we were doing was catching up to you guys. But to make 2 finals, like you said, it's the toughest thing to do at any state in youth soccer. And you guys have already been to the final game twice. Unbelievable what you guys have done. And having to play you guys, you know exactly why. You guys are just so quick, so smart, and so determined. You can see every time we see you guys play, we know why you guys are in these final games and have won state cups in the past. So congratulations to you guys. Unbelievable. Infinity program, Alex, great job. You guys just don't have one great team, you have 2, and you guys, this is one of the top clubs in Southern California and has been for a long time, and you guys obviously have represented your club well. So I know Alex and everybody associated with the club are very proud of your performance. You guys, I mean, you guys come so far, so fast. Surf Cup final, Surf Cup title, and now State Cup. You went to the finals of the 3 top tournaments in Southern California this year. Very, very, very difficult to do, and I don't care what team it is. It's something that is done very, very seldomly, and you guys managed to do it. Just where you guys started and where you guys came throughout the season. This was our goal at the beginning of the season when we had our first training session in the spring. And here you guys are. So to be able to do what you guys did this year, I couldn't be even prouder. And the road we had to do and all the hard teams we had to play to get here makes it even more special. So I'm very, very proud of all you guys. Well done.
George, you said if we won, you'd take us somewhere. Like not.
First things first.
Like Six Flags.
Yeah, Scarlett, can you come help me?
She's almost
Oh,
on.
you gotta make me hold.
Bree, come on up.
Shouldn't you be putting on the medal?
Kaylee. Ashley. Renee. Lauren. Rachel. Taylor.
Oh my God.
Allie. Paige. And Chocho. Dave, come on out.
Okay, we want to present George and the team game ball from Nike. And what we assume, ladies, is going to be the first of two that you're going to pick up along the way, because this bidder includes the regional championship trophy.
It's not good.
But we want to present the trophy emblematic of the girls U12 National Cup champions for 2005, Slammers FC.